I believe I have remedied the problem. I bereave. I do not know. It seems to be working my end, but we shall see. We shall see. That was odd. I don't know. Hello, Antonio. I don't know what I don't know why, but I went into the mic settings there, and there was like some bunch of it looked like you have like your audio output and all like, and I brought down the tab, and the audio output was like set to some random bunch of binary numbers or some shit instead of like the laptop mic. So I don't know what happened. I don't know how it happened, but I have fixed it. Sounds okay to me. Hello, everyone. My sincerest apologies for that fucked up start. Although it's to be expected, probably, because I am absolutely exhausted. So we won't have a miming goo. We could have a miming goo, but I don't think it would be as entertaining goo as you think goo, Desmond do. We're back. We are back. My mic was, for some reason, fucking set to some obscure fucking thing. It was strange because we could hear the music. Yeah, like the desktop audio was playing. Like I could see the levels. I could see the levels and shit. But there was something wrong with the mic. Like I don't know how. Like I don't know how it randomly chose a different um what you call it. I don't know how it randomly chose a different output, because that's what the issue was. Like I went into the audio output and it was fucking. It wasn't set to the laptop mic. It was set to some fucking bunch of random numbers and letters and shit. Looked like fucking, like the type of thing you see on a programming bit of code, or like, like JavaScript or some shit. Like just a bunch of fucking numbers and brackets and fucking like letters and shit. But never fear, for I have fixed it. I have fixed it. And PEINTEINGU may continue as per usual. Try the gong. If the gong works, then if the gong works now, that'd be so funny. It moved a little bit. I wonder, like I was fucking like if I put it right in front of the laptop and like deafen everyone. It is kind of showing up. Hold on. A little bit. Yeah, you can just about hear it. Yeah, that's why I want to get a proper mic, like, because there's a few bits of the stream that are kind of missing and all, like the gong. Like the gong's been around for ages. Like I got a gong before fucking Big Bear got a gong, and then some of us in the painting goo. Oh, you can't even call it a community. Some of us in the painting goo room, fucking couldn't stop laughing because we were like, "Oh my god, he's after getting a gong! Like what the fuck!" Like it was so funny. Like, and then I was like, what did I say? I was like, ye all are present and know that I had a gong first. And all like it was. There's been a few things that were fucking hilarious that I just decided to do like in tandem with Owen, and like nobody knows except for the people that watch me. Like it's fucking hilarious. Like the fucking when I like the reason I had, for those of you who aren't aware, the reason I had the little bear with the crown and all playing the piano for so long is because I noticed that you hadn't used Sidekick Bear in a while, and like you hadn't mentioned Sidekick Bear in a while. So I was like, oh, I'll take the piss, and I'll say that I found Sidekick Bear, and like he's now called Little Bitch Bear. And fucking, I said, what did I say? I found him in Temple Bar, which is like a famous like it's a famous place in Dublin City where like there's a few different pubs, and there's like the Temple Bar pub. There's an actual bar called the Temple Bar, I think. Um, so I said I found him in Temple Bar, like behind one of the pubs, like face down, covered in his own piss and shit, like, and I brought him back here and gave him a job playing the piano for me, and I gave him a little crown because he's a gamma little fuck. Like, and then like that went on for a while, and then Owen brought Sidekick Bear back, so I was like, oh fuck. I like, oh, that's what it was. I was like, Sidekick Bear works for me now and all. Like, and then he brought Sidekick Bear back. So I was like, shit. And I started calling him Little Bitch Bear. I was like, he fucking lied to me. He said he was Sidekick Bear. I found a random bear face down, covered in his own urine, in Temple Bar, and was naive enough to believe him when he said that he was the long lost famous Sidekick Bear and all. Like, so I was like, he lied to me, he betrayed me. Like, and his name is Little Bitch Bear now and all. Like, and that went on for a few weeks, and then I just decided to kill him because I wanna have a monkey. I want to have a monkey instead. I'm going to make the monkey. I have the clay there. It's just like I've got so much going on right now. Like I've got all these paintings that I'm trying to like get up on websites and sell and shit. I've got merch. I've got this, like, and I usually do this for like 2 hours, and this is incredibly draining to do every day. And my body still hasn't acclimatized to it. Like, although I have kind of gotten out, like, since my birthday. I've mentioned it a few times. Since my birthday, like in November, I went kind of like on a bender, like started drinking regularly again and shit, and like staying up late and stuff. And I've just kind of thrown my routine out of whack. But in the last few weeks, I'm starting to get it back, and I think that's why I'm so exhausted. Is like my body's like acclimatizing to like getting up at 7 and like going to bed at 10 instead of getting up around 9 or some shit, and then like going to bed at like 1 in the morning or something. Like, um, the painting you ward. Indeed, it's just like this section of an insane asylum that's like quarantined. It's like, what's behind those double doors, sir? Like, oh, we do not speak of it. Like, you just get a peek in the window, and it's just me, like, load of people in straitjackets just sitting there watching me. Oh God! Oh, sip, sip. Oh, Hero from the burbs of Boston. What's Boston like? Is it violent? Are they? Do they all sound like you fucking quit? No, that's Jersey, isn't it? New York, fucking Jersey, fucking queer, Boston, like fucking Bill Burr. Bill Burr's from like that area, isn't he? Doesn't he have a Boston accent? I can't remember. I'm not that well versed on the many intricacies of Americana and its livelihoods and such. I'm not even that well versed on fucking Irish shit. Like, do you know what I mean? The amount of fucking accents here, and we're an island. It's ridiculous. Like, oh God, this would make a good X Files. What's behind the double doors? There's like an episode of X Files where it turns out that a fucking a deity has been like bureaucratically kicked out of heaven, and like just like now he's holed up in this fucking insane asylum, and he's like gathering a cult following. Fucking the Men in Black crowd show up, and they're like, fucking like we need to like deal with this shit, like an etheric divine entity interfering with mortal affairs for his own amusement can't like we can't allow that to happen. It could potentially be catastrophic. Like, they like bust in and try and like tranquilize me and like take me back to Area 51 or some shit and do experiments on me, and I'm just constantly painting shit in midair and like unleashing it upon the populace. Like, you'll never take me alive. Have a pineapple with wings of fire. Like, I just say that'd actually be hilarious if I was just like flinging flaming pineapples at people and like random shit, proper painting with like in the spirit of PEINTEINGU. I would just be painting stuff that would like one could paint a fucking Pokemon and it would like attack the person or some shit, like, but I want to do really unorthodox shit, like, like I just like paint flaming pineapples and like start flinging them at people like fucking something out of Avatar or Naruto or some shit, like flaming pineapple ninja scroll. Like, Oh. Were you not here the other day, fucking Shirley Delta, when I spoke about how fucking long the Ethernet cable I got is? Get yourself an Ethernet cable. Bahaha! I'm clearly not the only one that loves texting that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like when you see something funny or something funny is said, and you go, "Ha ha." There's something brilliant about putting in the B at the start when you're like, "Bah, bah." It really does get the message across that like you had that proper belly laugh, like I fucking love that shit. Desmond do almost heard it, lol. Like I love thinking that it's like, well, okay, wait. Everybody, shh. If you are really quiet, you could hear the tiny gong. I, I should have just played it up like that. I should have been like, why doesn't the gong make any noise? It's so small, it makes a subsonic noise. It's a subsonic gong. I, oh fuck! I'm actually like I'm a bit delirious. Like I can feel it. Like I'm so tired. I woke up around 8 and like I was fucking knackered and then like I got the female up and then she went off to work and then I did a morning I'm trying to like do morning doodles again, like keep the drawing skills up. And I did a morning doodle and I uploaded an episode of Painting Goo to Rumble and I was fucking contemplating getting something to eat, like I was like, will I have breakfast or not? Like do I need the energy or like and shit and then I was just overcome by this wave of tiredness, like, and I was just like, do you know what, fuck it, like it's 11. What was it? It was like a quarter to 11. I was like, right, I'll go back to bed for a while and then I'll have plenty of energy for painting goo. And I went back to bed and I usually sleep for around an hour. Like I can cat nap, and I just lie down, close my eyes, like Habib fucking and I'll just kip for a while and I'll wake up and be like, all right, yeah, I feel better. But fuck me, I fell asleep at 11 and I didn't wake up till quarter past 1. And when I woke up, I looked at my phone. I was like, oh God! like, like I think it's so true. It's like if you don't get proper REM sleep and you have like dreams, I think dreams there's an aspect to dreams where like your conscious your body and your mind like kind of get left behind in the sense that like that's why they can actually recharge and rest and recuperate while your consciousness kind of like just goes somewhere and does random shit or something, like but if you just like fall asleep, everything's black, then you wake up, you're exhausted. It feels like you haven't rested at all. Like it's not always like that. Like sometimes I pass out fucking about 1 o'clock in the morning watching Netflix with the female, like, and then I'll wake up at like 7 o'clock in the morning and I have plenty of energy. But it's one of those things where it's like I haven't been drinking enough water, I haven't been working out regularly. Like last time I worked out was like 4 or 5 days ago. It is it can be a stressful thing to try and balance your life and like get up at the right time, work out, have all your like chores and shit. Like I haven't cleaned the kitchen in fucking days. It's like, oh, I tend to do all that shit. Like like I'll get her up in the morning. She goes out to the car, drives around the corner, goes to work, and then I'll like clean the kitchen, fucking do the fucking sewer out the back garden if I have to. Um, I'll fucking like hoover the stairs or some shit like that. Like maybe put a wash on, do the dishwasher. That's kind of included in cleaning the kitchen though, like and then I go about my day. Then I'm like, right, what am I drawing, what am I painting, what am I designing, what am I like, do I have any commissions going, whatever like that, like and then I do the stream stuff and shit, like but there's at least like an hour or two every morning where I'm just like getting the female up so she'll go to work. Like she's so bad, the bitch cannot wake up. Like she's one of them. She's like one of them bitches that like the alarm would be going off and like it'll wake me up, and I'll roll over in the bed, and she's like, like fucking drooling, like just, just like so asleep. It's not even funny. Like, do you know what I mean? And the phone is beside her head, and it's like do 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 do. Like it's fucking loud. Like, and I just sometimes I've just been sitting up the bed looking at her, waiting for her to wake up, and it's happened a few times where like the phone's been going for like 5 minutes now, and I'm just sitting there looking at her. And then she'll finally like what, like, and she'll make eye contact with me, and I'm just like staring at her like, wake up, wake up. like, like I'm a morning person, you know. I like getting up in the morning. I like being like, a new day to tackle, you know. And like she's the polar opposite. Like she has to be woken up. Like we even had a talk about it recently because I was like, it's actually brutal sometimes having to like I'll be on my own vibe. I'll be on my own routine, you know. Like and like I'll have to think about her, you know. Like and I know it may not sound like a lot, but like when your mind is like, I need to get her up for work. I need to get her up for work. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and if getting her up for work includes like making her a cup of tea, you know, like just like it's literally like rousing the dead. Like sometimes it's like, come on, wake up, and she's like, yeah, okay, I know, yeah, okay, and I'm like, wake up, yeah, right. I'm gonna go make tea and coffee, roll 2 cigarettes, and then you're going to wake up when I come back upstairs. Yeah, I will, yeah. Do not fall back asleep. I won't. I'm not going to fall back asleep. Like, I have to have enough discipline for the both of us. Like, sometimes I just fucking pain in the hall. Like, oh, God. Sleepy Houseu, welcome to PEINTEINGU. You missed the fucking hock up of me. Like, the mic wasn't working and all. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. I was contemplating not streaming today because I'm so tired, but I was like, no, no, I'm gonna do at least an hour. I have a new painting due to begin. We're in a new place. It's not Africa, you know, like like I've already done the hat and the map. Like it's all set up. Just set it up, play a few tunes, have a laugh, do at least an hour. Like you know, but I'm so tired. Like I'm finally like I'm wrestling my demons. Like do you know what I mean? I'm like no. Like, because like part of me is trying to rationalize it. It's like, bro, like rest. You need rest. You can't like just focus on the stream. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're not Owen. You know, you don't have to stream every day. There's not like 80,000 people waiting for you to fucking do painting you. And it's like, but then part of me is like, but I have to do painting. I'm so fucking tired. Do you ever get so tired you feel like you're gonna cry? Or maybe my dopamine levels are like serotonin levels are just really low. But I was legit. I was in, like sitting on the bed in the lowest position in my dressing gown, and I was just like rocking back and forth, like trying not to fall asleep. Oh fuck! And then I'm like, fuck it, yes. I have plucked up the energy. I've I just looked at the telegram there. I'm like, I'm fighting my demons. I'm like, no, I'm not going to give in. I don't care how tired I am. I'm going to eat an apple, drink some water, and I'm going to do a painting go. And then I start up painting go, and the fucking mic isn't working for some stupid reason. It's fucking, oh god, it's so stupid. Like, um, my tumor produced a small amount of DMT. I have amazing dreams. Oh my god, what the fuck? That fucking Desmond, that's quite the unique experience. Oh my god, you've a tumor in your brain? Oh my god, like, have you mentioned that before? I it produces a small amount of DMT. I have amazing dreams. That is like that is the best perspective on a tumor I've ever heard. I I'm afraid I'm afraid the diagnosis may not satisfy you entirely. News might be a bit unsettling. Perhaps you should sit down. I, I fear I must tell you, we have discovered a tumor in your brain. Oh my god, I have amazing dreams. That is actually fucking brilliant. Like I've never heard anyone say anything about a brain tumor where there would be someone out there that's like, I kind of want a brain tumor now. Like, oh my god. Don't tell Joe Rogan, he'll tap your blood. I'd love to have you on the podcast, man. You could talk about how awesome tumors are, and how people should like willingly just walk through X-ray machines more than they have to and expose themselves to chemicals and just like do all sorts of mad shit to encourage brain tumors because turns out they're actually really cool. Uh, fucking greetings, Shreepy-chan. Crowdfunding for a microphone. Yeah, like I mentioned it there the other day, and then fucking 2 Acre was like, "Fine, get a mic," and sent me a tenner or something. Like, but I'm saving up at the moment, like with what little money I have, um, for multiple things. Like, I want to fucking get an airbrush kit so I can do some really cool stuff in terms of like different effects, both on the symmetrical designs that I do and like painting in general. But it would be mad handy for the painting goo as well to be able to just like say when I'm doing like missiles coming out of stuff, I could just go like and do a bit of white and it'd just be there, like, and it would also be kind of feathery and stuff like. Um, and I want to get a mic for the stream, a decent mic for the stream. Um, what was the other thing? Oh god, an entirely new bowel. That's what I fucking need. Oh Jesus, more water, as Father Jack would say. Don't look at me like that, Carlos. I'm not in the mood. Right, what's behind the double door? Fucking Aunt Honey, you put this in the fucking in the telegram. This fucking painting goo goo, do 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 do. Oh, oh shit! Oh no! I just dropped my phone in the water bucket. God damn! I'm gonna stick this in a bowl of rice and I'll be back in a minute. The least I could do is play some tunes. I will return shortly. I think it might be okay. But we'll see. Regardless, it is time. Oh. For PEINTEINGU! Drop my phone in the bucket. Fuck's sake. God. I'm gonna blame everything on me being exhausted. I hope he doesn't put it in boil in the back, right? Oh, there's no clean bowls. Everything's in the fucking dishwasher, like. And I wasn't spending the next 5 minutes cleaning shit, like, so I just gave it a quick wipe down and took it out with a plastic cover and shit, like. It fell in bottom end first, so I don't know, like there's more, you know, opportunity for water to get in and, like, into the circuits and shit or whatever, like, but I don't know. It might be okay. It's not glitching out or anything. Oh, God. I'm a mess. I'm a blathering, foolish mess today. But that will not stop me from PEINTEINGU. Oh, God. Right. So we are off to the island of Nauru, wherever the fuck that is. North of Fiji. So, let's get these bitches wet, shall we? Aww. Haven't used the big bitch in a while, so this will be fun. It's always risky getting the big bitch wet. Spillage is very possible. My last phone died to beer. My last phone died to the female. The female broke my last phone. Oh, it was actually hilarious. Fucking turning around to her being like, "You owe me a phone." She was like, "Oh no." It fell in the beer bucket. I once dropped an iPhone 3 into a river. Was fine for another 2 years. Like, yeah, if you get to them and, like, you're lucky, like, do you know what I mean? They can be fine, like, you know. But I remember one of the lads from school fucking dropped his phone in the toilet, like, while taking a piss. Like, he was, like, taking a piss and he was, like, texting and, like, he's, like, just dropped his phone in his own piss. Oh, it was fucking hilarious when he told us. But anyway, right. God. I must focus. I must focus. Create a beautiful blue sky. With the big bitch. We're headed to an island. There's going to be lots of water. Plenty of agua to go around. I've seen some of you bought, like, stickers and mugs and stuff, so I really appreciate it. Every little helps. You are, as of a few weeks ago, y'all are keeping the lights on here at PEINTEINGU. I am officially a free agent. It's it is one of the reasons why I'm so tired is because I'm just like forcing myself to work more, like whether I have the energy or not. Which one must simply do. Like, don't get me wrong, like when you're really fucking tired, like you should rest. But like sometimes you just gotta push through, like, you know. And today was one of those days. Today, like, I'm fucking absolutely exhausted. So I am going to do about an hour, and then I am going to pass out. I shall get us to Nauru, and then I'm off. Oh, we were watching that. We were watching that Poldark thing I've been talking about last night, and like we're still enjoying it, but the main character makes like a really poor decision, and let's just say the female was like, "I hate him. I hate him." I was sitting there watching it. I was like, "Oh God, bro, don't do it!" Like, and he does it, and I was just like, "Oh God." It can be hard, like, so, like, swear to God, part of me was like, "Oh, I don't even want to fucking watch this anymore," like, because when, like, the main character makes a decision that makes you not like the main character, but then it's obviously like a point in the story where you're supposed to be like he's supposed to lose respect. He's supposed to have to like regain some things and all, like, because he does it at a point where like everything's going really well for him and shit, like, so you're kind of just like, what a gobshite. Like, it's still an excellent show, you know, like the story's like really good and shit, like, and like if you're a male watching it with a female, like, you know, the female will love all the drama and shit, like, and then the male will love the like, that's what I love about it is the civilized conflict, you know, the realism. I like the realism in it, of like, it's just a dude trying to make an honest living for the most part. Painting goof. Painting you. Painting me. Painting you. Painting me. Painting goo. Let's fucking goo. Do do do. Do do do. Do do do. Do do. Give me a look at this map. Actually, is it just a one island? Yeah, it's quite a large island though. Well, I say large. You know, fucking, it's like a third the size of Ireland. I love the start process to painting. Yeah, it's so like messy and, well, depending on what your style is or whatever, but I'm really like messy and just like vague and just all over the place, and then you like carve a PEINTEINGU into it or out of it. That's a party foul, Elf. Yeah, like, that's one of those things that is just like, if you're the guy that falls into something with his phone at the party, is like, everyone's going to be talking about it for fucking ages, like. Bow, bow, bow. Sip, sip. Paint, paint. Indeed. Stabberoo's got it. Oh. It's painting goo goo. Painting me. The painting you. A paint a tree. Right. I think that's one of the most important things about art in general, not just like painting, but like just art in general. Don't care too much. Like, care a little, you know, care enough as is required, I suppose. But like, did I just get paint on the screen? No, it's dirt. don't care about like, oh, it's not going to look good, or it's not going to be this, or it's not going to. Just fucking do it. Like, I used to struggle a lot with that, where like I wouldn't even want to put a pencil to the page because I'm like, I don't know what to draw. Like, I don't have an idea. Like, I don't have like, what am I going to draw? Like, and then I start to draw something, and I'm like, oh, I can't even fucking draw anymore. It's like, it's an odd. What's the term? It's an odd vocation, art. It's like incredibly rewarding and not, and incredibly satisfying and not. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's very polarizing in a mental and spiritual sense. I actually have to be genuinely careful when I'm getting this big bitch wet, because like if I swill it like around too vigorously, like the fucking water starts going all over the place, because it's like I have a big paddle in the fucking thing, like. But she's one of my favourite bitches, the big fat bitch, because she can do stuff like this in minutes. Seconds even. We go to a slightly different bitch. Thank you all very much, my local Asian friends, for that introduction. It is now time to dance with some demons. There we go. If I fucking see Dana from StreamYard's face, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking freak. I'm in no mood for that bitch. Hi, it's Dana from StreamYard. Fuck you! Oh, God. Desmondu! Domo arigato for your patronage to PEINTEINGU. For the Mick Fund. I always thought that was hilarious how like Mike is spelled M-I-C. It's just like Mick. For the Mick Fund. Yes, I'm crowdfunding for a guy called Mick. It's a small man. Large afro. I think it would appear the phone is okay. Paint. Island. Paint. Where's my burnt sienna? Paint. Island. Get that bitch nice and wet. Beat the shit out of her. Use your royal rag to hide all the evidence. I mean, clean up all the evidence, Paint. A little bit of agua is in dire need right now. Painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Give ourselves plenty of landmass to work with, plenty of places to put things. And then we'll do perhaps a little satellite island, a teeny tiny island, hereabouts. And then the rest will be water. Wasser! Agua! The clear stuff. Painting goo. Oh God. Literally never heard of this place. Nauru. The island of Nauru. It's like a really narrow island. The island of Nauru. Like, why did you call it that? It's like you get there and it's like an island in the shape of like a really narrow road or something. Phrase of the day. I already have a phrase of the day. What's this one? Akage wa oko no meo o motorasu. Red hair brings much honor. Ah, paint, paint. You'll bring yourself much honor, Sabaru. But be careful not to flatter. Flattery earns you the band fan. Paint, paint. But yes, one cannot deny the glorious, divine-like energies that flow freely from my fringe. Paint, paint. I'm gonna need a hell of a lot more water. It's fucking like... I'm trying to get this bitch all wetted up and it's just not working, like, you know? Painting. Goo goo. Might have left it a bit too long. It's no longer gooey. It's like cement. Paint, paint. A lot of squirting today. Painting. Google. I might take 1 or 2 days off PEINTEINGU next week to get some time on doing the monkey and the crow. If I don't get the time to do it this weekend. But regardless, you shall all be kept in the loop, of course. But I want to get that out of the way. I don't want to postpone things too long now, because there's been a few things that like literally took me months to fucking get around to doing, and I don't want there to be too many things in my life like that anymore. You know, like I'm the type of guy that like if I say that I'm gonna do it, like I fucking do it. It may take me a while, but I fucking do it. Like, and then it begins to like wear on me if I just genuinely don't get around to doing stuff because other shit gets in the way. Like, one must have priorities, of course. And my priority for the last while has just been trying to create, you know, products and merchandise and actual, like, every time I say, like, proper paintings, I'm like, but the PEINTEINGUs are proper paintings. They are and they aren't, like, you know. There's far more fun in the PEINTEINGUs than there is, like, what I would consider fucking, like, highly skilled art, like, you know. Where are we at now? Africa again. I'm 2 PEINTEINGUs behind. We've arrived in the island of Nauru, which is north of Fiji. It's off the east coast of Australia, and it's probably tens of miles north of Fiji. Literally never heard of the place. Never heard of it. I don't want this to be as tilted as it is. Hold on a second now. Like there? Yeah. Like sometimes I don't mind it looking tilted, but then sometimes it's like if the whole thing is tilted, I'm a bit fussy sometimes. There, that looks a bit better. Tritery. Tritery! I have no idea if the island of Nauru even has a mountain or a volcano or any of these things. But it's fucking got one now. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to the medium-sized bitch. Get that medium-sized bitch wet. Beat the ever-loving fuck out of her. We get some water on this bitch, aye? Perhaps after we've danced with the demons, some sea shanties will embolden me and grant me some energy. Prussian blue mixed with the white is absolutely gorgeous. Just that deep, rich hue of blue. Extremely potent pigments in the blue. Extremely potent. Beautiful. Beautiful Wasser. What's this? A monster? Be gone! Paint. As a former god, I am quite... What am I quite? I'm quite well acquainted. I'm quite well acquainted with monsters. You know, throughout the ages, us deities have had to continuously ensnare, trap, defend places from, and occasionally just straight up go out, hunt and kill many evil creatures. Just like there is the divine halls of heaven, there is also a ever-burning shithole of hell. That'd be a cool name for a place that's like kind of like hell. The Everburn. Welcome to the Everburn. That's another thing I used to love doing, is like just coming up with like cool names for things. Like there was a character I drew up years ago. How long ago was it now? I probably would have been 12. 11 or 12, maybe even younger. I remember sitting in the sitting room drawing them in my drawing pad with my colouring pencils and stuff. and my father was still in the house. So it was a long time ago. And I came up with this character called Dr. Eli Spearman, but then his initials like spelled out Dez. So he was just this like kind of anti-hero known as Dez, but it stood for Dr. Eli Spearman. And like I was trying to like, like do some cool shit and all with language and names and stuff, and like sticking things together, spelling things backwards instead of forwards, or like jumbling the letters around, like like that bit in Harry Potter where Voldemort. It's in the second one. It's in the Chamber of Secrets where Voldemort is like, oh, I know Tom very well, or some shit, like, and then like uses his wand to write in the air, I am, what was it, Tom Marvolo Riddle, and then like swishes it around and it turns into I am Lord Voldemort. I love shit like that. There's loads of stuff in Harry Potter in terms of like how things are named, what they're named, and like characters' names given the context of what kind of character they are and shit. Like like a really obvious example, but a really basic and brilliant one is like the wizard teacher for herbology is called Mrs. Sprout, or Professor Sprout, and she teaches herbology. Like, it's like simple shit like that really like grounds the universe you're making. And that's one of the things I wanted to get big into. Like I can't remember half the names I came up with. Like back in the day, I used to be more focused on the actual design, like the aesthetic of the character. Like one of my favorite characters I created was this thing called Sycorax. And I didn't know what Sycorax meant. All I did, I just at the time I was like, "Ooh, that sounds cool," and like apparently it's like one of the moons of Saturn or some shit. Like I can't remember. But he was pretty much like my own take on like the Avatar storyline, and not like Avatar: The Legend of Aang, fucking Avatar. I mean Avatar as in like the blue people. Pocahontas 2.0. I remember somebody pointed that out to me. I was like, it's cool and all, but it's basically just Pocahontas. And I was like, that's so true. It's like James Cameron's take on Pocahontas. Great film, though. I still like watching it. I haven't seen the second one. Has anyone seen the new Avatar? The second one? Is it any use? I think my sister said it was good. But she's far less critical of things than I am. It's funny, isn't it, how like the more of a fan of things you become, the more of a critic you become. Kind of goes hand in hand, like, the more of appreciation you have for something, the more it like displeases you when someone shows a lack of appreciation for something. Like that ultimately I think is why everyone's so pissed with like all of the movies and shit, like, like if people had made a load of new IPs about like gay characters and all this shit, then they wouldn't have cared as much. It's like, yeah, make your gay movies, do what you want, like, but it's the fact that they went for characters that already existed, the fact that they went for universes that already were, established, and then tried to insert the gayness. That's the problem, like, But all these fucking fags and fucking weak fucking basement lords and keyboard warriors, like, oh, you fucking racist, you fucking homophobe, like, why can't we have a gay character? Well, for one thing, he's gay. So that's just a given. but it's the fact that like they've made a gay Superman. They made Superman's son gay, from what I heard, which is just fucking like crazy. Um, what else did they do? They made a gay Green Lantern. You know, like I don't think it's Hal Jordan, but it's like they made another Green Lantern that's like, because you know the way there's loads of Green Lanterns. If you know anything about comic books, there's loads of Green Lanterns. Paint. They made a gay one. Like from what I heard, and a really gay one, like unnervingly gay. Like I was watching this. I was watching this clip of. Did you ever hear your man? Is it Douglas Murray? He's an English fella. He's a gay man, you know, but he's not actually someone I'd call a faggot, you know. He's a homosexual, you know. He's a sodomite, but like the shit he says to fags and like people in the LGBT community and all, like somebody turned around to him and was like, "You're an enemy to the queer community," and he's like, Douglas Murray is like gay, like very gay, like he's been gay for years, and he turns around and he's like, I was out and proud before you were like when you were still in like diapers. Like, I've been gay my entire adult life. And your man's like, you're an enemy to the queer community, and he's like, I'm not a part of the. Oh no, he goes, what does he say? You're a disgrace. You're an embarrassment to the queer community. And he was like, I'm not a part of the queer community. What does he call him? He calls him something very like, you know, civilized, but it's stupid. Like, you know, fucking, you silly sod or some shit. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Oh, Scouseborough, welcome, and then see you. I think it's hilarious that he's like the only mod here. Like, I think he is anyway. Yeah, Scouse Bear's a mod on this channel, and he's like hardly here. I love that. It's so funny. It's a shit movie, is it? Yeah, it had a good family story, but was instantly forgettable. That's fucking shite, isn't it? Like, because the first one's really good. I really enjoyed the first one. I think I went to see it a few times. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Okay. Put a bit more definition on the island here. Yeah. I was talking to the female last night, and I was like, so we recently did that Harry Potter marathon where we watched all the Harry Potters, and I really enjoyed it. I really did. I really enjoyed watching all of them. They're so well done. They're so feel good, and they're moral. You know, there's loads of different races in it and shit. There's no gay stuff, but like there's loads of different races in it, and there's nothing said about race. There's no gay shit. There's no like sexual stuff or anything, like, you know, which obviously should be the case considering they're like kids for the most part, but then teenagers and then whatever, like, but like watching them grow and the characters grow and fucking like the storyline and shit, like I think I had the first 4 read to me as a child, up to Goblet of Fire, and then like I was never a big reader myself, like, and that's probably I think that might be why. I think whatever, do eventually have children, I'm probably going to encourage them to read themselves instead of reading to them, because that makes you very auditory. I wonder if Owen's mother did that to him, like read to him instead of getting him to read. Because then you have these kids that like fall in love with reading and read a shit ton of books. Like I'm not like that. Like I'm like Owen. I fucking listen and watch. I am not probably way more visual than auditory. I have like a photographic memory. I can like see something and just remember it. That's why I'm really good with faces, but I can forget names. But I'll never forget a face. There's been a few times where I've bumped into someone that I haven't seen in a long time, and like they're very different because we've both grown up and shit. And I recognize them. It's like I can see the old face, the younger face in their new face. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I know you. Where do I know you from? I'm real good at that shit. Like, and I'm also very good at like visual learning because of video games. Like I just see patterns and stuff, like visual patterns. Like, I'm pretty good with behavioral patterns, but like I think I'm still quite naive in a lot of ways when it comes to people that I care about. So I'm probably still a bit susceptible to that shit. But I've managed to become anti-fragile in a lot of ways compared to what I used to be. As soon as I sort my fucking finances out, I think I'll be all good. Pruner! Welcome to PEINTEINGU, brother Pruno Barrow. John O'Shea. That is Pruno Barrow, isn't it? I think so. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can see the profile pic. Pruno Bear recently rejoined the Irish Bears, and he was welcomed back with open arms because him and his wife are excellent human beings. John O'Shea's missus runs a little website where she sells homemade like toothpaste and oils and stuff. I use her beard oil. I use her toothpaste. They're fucking brilliant. They're really good, high quality homemade products. Her beard oil and her beard balm is fucking fantastic. It's probably one of the reasons why my beard is so fucking amazing. And her toothpaste is great. That natural charcoal shit. You can like feel the grit when you're brushing, but like you don't get that kind of like fluoride, overly clean, bleachy fucking thing and all. Like, great products. Yeah, John O'Shea's missus is a fucking crusher, and so is John himself. Welcome to PEINTEINGU, brother Johnu. When you're on PEINTEINGU, your name is officially Brother Johnu. Everybody gets an ooh on PEINTEINGU. Paint. Paint. Island. Paint. That's another reason I want the fucking mic, so you can hear me like using the bucket and shit. Yeah, Birch Hill Botanicals. Yeah, hit her up. It's quality shit, man. If you don't want to use like mainstream toothpaste, mainstream beard oil, like she does muscle rubs. Her muscle rub is great. What's the other thing I have? I have an intensive skin care. Like you open the jar and it's like, intensive skin care, and I've used it on things like fucking like bug bites, rashes, fucking skin irritations and stuff like that. And it's fucking great. Like, I had a bit of athlete's foot on one of my toes there a while ago, cleared it right up. It's got like tea tree and coconut oil and all the shit in it. Like, she just sells like really good shit. Like, it's fucking awesome. Like, Rick O'Shea, the Irish sniper. Is he a relative? I've actually never heard of a fucking... Like, I'm Irish and I've never heard of a famous Irish sniper. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me. The most famous sniper I know of is it the Icelandic guy or the Swedish dude? I can't remember. What did I call him? The White Death. Can't even remember his real name now. Didn't even use a scope. He used iron sights. And he was counter sniping. And he had like a fucking kill count of like over 100 or 200 like enemy snipers or something. And someone finally like got like think somebody finally got a shot off on him and like took half his face off, but he survived. It was like photos of him were crazy looking. But yeah, the White Death. He's quite a famous sniper. And I was fucking mad, wasn't it? Like a few weeks ago, where those guys broke the sniping record for like it was like 4.5 miles or something. Or was it further? I think it was around 4.5. The bullet was in travel for like 24 seconds. Like, that's crazy. That's a crazy bullet travel time. Like, that's like that. I haven't even seen that in a video game. Do you know what I mean? Like I've seen shots in stuff like Battlefield and like Player Unknown or something, like where the map is huge and like you just like know there's a guy there and you can like just aim up and the bullet will drop and all. Like, I've never even seen something like that in a video. Like 24 seconds of like waiting for the thing to hit, like, and it hits. Like, that's crazy. Simo Haya! Yeah, the White Death. What a legend. Absolute legend. Like, Ned Kelly. Ask Elfu. Was Ned Kelly a sniper? I thought Ned Kelly was just like an outlaw or something. Obviously, I don't fucking know. Like, I'm just basing on what I've heard. Like, is Ned Kelly not the guy in the armor? Is that Ned Kelly? Or was that like, is that a different guy? Who's the dude that put a load of armor on and like had a shootout outside a house? Didn't they do a movie about that nigga? Paint. Paint. Painting goo goo. Paint. Paint straight. Painting goo goo goo. Oh, that might actually be a decent bit of rhetoric. Paint straight. Like, I'm saying, there's only one way to paint, and that's straight. Straight paint. Oh my god, that could be the brand name of my paints. Straight paint. Would you like some straight paint? You don't want that gay paint. Oh, fuck. It's gonna be a long time before I think about making my own branded paint and stuff. Like, you know, like that's a business venture and a half, you know, as having your own like branded products and stuff like that. Like, but that I would love to do that. It'd be so fun. Defender is a straight painter. Lesbian hair blue. You know, like fucking chink yellow. Like fucking. What is it, like fucking slanty yellow or something? Like, you know, just like proper racist shit. Like, Like, really offensive names for the colours. Like, still think wetback brown was my favourite or some shit. Like, lesbian hair blue is hilarious though. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Mountain. Shade, shade. Shade, shade. Paint, paint. Paint, paint. Oh, paint, paint. Oh, burp, burp. What's this? Oh, okay. The female requires an update. Painting. Goo goo. Okay, what time is it? I said I'd only do an hour, and I've done an hour and 12 minutes. So you should all be grateful that I didn't just go back to fucking bed because I'm so tired. I am grateful. I am grateful. I'm grateful for Pruno Bear showing up. It's good to see him back in the community. Good man. Painting. Goo-goo. There's one thing that can grant you energy at dark times. Remember what you're grateful for. Sometimes just remembering that I have regardless of how much of a pain in the ass she can be, I have a beautiful female who loves me. I think many of us are in the same boat here on PEINTEINGU. Even the elf has a female, from what I've heard. It's things like that, the simple things in life, that should be cherished, will grant you strength in dark times. Painting, goo, 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 goo. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, bears and bearettes, niggers and niggerettes, this is the end of this PEINTEINGU. You have arrived on the mysterious island of Nauru. And on tomorrow's PEINTEINGU, I will have a fridge, a pole, and a boat to paint. So this one could get very interesting or very random, or both. But you can be guaranteed it won't be boring. So, listen to the tiger with the bucket and sunglasses. Garlos tells you to Rika and subscribe, you cunter. And you should, for PEINTEINGU is divine. Otherwise the glorious light of heaven would not shine upon it. Until next time, be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I will see you same time, the same place, 3 p.m. GMT on the tube of you. Be there, lest you dishonor yourself and your ancestors. God bless, and I will see you then. Paint, paint.